Hi, my name is Christina and I'm here with
Hannah.
Welcome to the show.
Using what the enemy meant for bad and using it for good, and I don't want to portray something that people can't step in my footsteps for.
Yeah.
I very much believe in, self-love within. If you love yourself, people will love you for who you are.
So when I tap Afrobeat, I listen to old school Afro, like hip hop, Babafela,
Show your children the right way, but don't force them. Let them come to that.
their own time.
Yeah, let them come to that decision, because when they do, as for me now, there's no turning back because I was not forced to.
That makes you happy?
I think we should agree to disagree.
Yeah.
My name is Christina.
And I'm Hannah.
Welcome to the Minasdollz Show. Today we have a lot of exciting guests.
Our first guest we have with us is Attic, actor and producer. Hi Attic, how are you?
I'm solid, how are you?
Yeah, so where have you joined us from today? Where did you come over from?
London, Greenwich.
Oh, okay.
So it's been
okay.
25 miles drive
Okay, so
to the
quite well.
studio.
So we have our first question for you.
What was your inspiration behind your new movie, Call Me? You just did a movie.
Okay, so
Tell
Call
us.
Me, that's one of my ongoing projects. It's still in production. However, you can see a couple of first episodes on Instagram at Call Me Web Series. So if you want to see the story, you can go to Instagram and you can watch it. This is yeah.
On Instagram, are you going to watch the full or just the...
Yeah, you're going to watch the full, because the inspiration behind this project was that a couple of actors and we wanted to create a common platform to do something creative, and then our life is so busy, and we don't have sometimes time to watch the full film. So we came up with the idea to create a very short, very quick for our followers content on the Instagram, so they can, play the episode which is 1 minute long and then watch something and then hopefully, follow the story.
So how did you manage to get this, the cast? Because you did mention earlier that you got the cast in Nigeria, in America, in where else?
the world,
Yeah, across the
yeah.
world. You did mention, is it in Poland or something?
Yeah, well,
Are you sure?
Over years, I've been doing a lot of acting training, and I came across some great people, like for instance Sumit Sharma. He lives in New York.
Okay.
However, I met him in Los Angeles at the New York Film Academy. Mari Uranta, another great actress from Nigeria, and we met again in New York when we were studying together. There is another great actress, Megan Coker, who is taking part. She's one of the leads in the series, and we met online, and somehow we started collaborating with each other and created a common platform.
Yeah, so you've done a lot of diverse work and it's been really good and fantastic. So we're going to take a look at that after the break. Don't go away.
Welcome back to the Minasdollz Show. Before the break, we were talking to Arek, a great actor and a producer. So now let's see some of his work.
He knows about our past.
How long have I got?
About half an hour, really?
Yes, I know her name is Julia.
Did she tell you that?
Not exactly, her voicemail did.
So now you're voicemailing each other, huh?
Any problems?
I got no problems, except the new medication gives me the runs.
I'll call your physician. Anything else?
Nope.
Fine.
Some people say this is a magic place. You see down there, Aphrodite rock named after a Greek goddess of love and beauty. And think of her wish. Where is she, Matthew?
I'm sorry, what?
Caroline. Where is she? Don't pretend you don't know exactly what I'm talking about.
I have no idea. Maybe we should go. The agency will give you other properties if this place isn't what you're looking for.
I wanted to make this easy.
No, please, honestly, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's 500 big ones.
last party that you owe me. That was good job. Much better than the previous one. I'm going to buy a motorcycle. I'm going to have a ride.
That was amazing. It was great to see so many different types of projects that you've done.
So Alec, you're married. So how do you manage your work and life balance?
Yes, I've been married for the past 17 years,
Wow.
over 17 years, to a wonderful woman, Viola. And, how do we make it happen, work-life balance? I think if you know your values, you know your vision, what you would like to accomplish in life, you break it down to your goals and priorities, and then you work on them, it becomes some sort of natural,
So
and
who wear the shoes?
Or the trousers.
Who wear the trousers?
Well, that's a good question. I've never seen this through that lens or perspective, who is the most dominant person in the relationship or who has the power. I think if you love one another, you help each other out and you want to see that person be happy and feel loved, and in the same time that person gives you that love back, and that works. You don't really have to fight for being the dominant person in the relationship.
The two of you agree and then you support each other.
Yeah.
So how does the time apart affect your relationship, or is your wife really understanding of the fact that you've obviously got to travel a lot for your career?
Yeah, I think, this is a very good question because, an observation, it's important in the relationship to give each other time to grow as well. This is what I call in my mind. As an example, when my wife, she was studying professional qualifications, I gave her time, just to do what she really enjoys and then see her progressing. In the same time, it gave me time, a lot of time when she was, preparing for the exams, to go to Los Angeles, New York, Florence, Italy. You know what, I think in our careers and in our life, in relationships in general, it's important to have the space to grow for us, I guess. So she is very supportive in what I do, and she actually helped me a lot with a few of my projects, like we went to
It's very good.
to Spain recently, and we worked on a couple of episodes of Call Me that are coming soon, and she was excellent behind the camera in her free time. And then when we went to Cyprus, work on Chinese Angel, she was also one of the most the hardest person to be working on the film set. And when you have this space to grow, that she's helping me out, I'm also helping her by supporting, giving her time for studies and developing her professional career, so it works.
Yeah, so that actually brings us on to our topic question for this episode. So do you think that the independent woman phenomenon, that's obviously very current, helps to create a better relationship, or do you believe it sort of stultifies the relationship due to the decay of power that would have once been held by the male figure in the relationship?
Well, to me personally, well, this is my perspective, obviously, because you can ask different people and get different opinions. In my eyes, it's good and it's helping the relationship. And I'll tell you why, is that, when I see, for instance, my wife to grow and to keep achieving her small or the big goals, it makes her happy and it makes me happy. And we can use this as an opportunity to go out and celebrate, successes, which is fantastic. And we all love.
That's very good. Okay, Alec, that's very good. We're going to take a short break now, and after the break, we're going to bring in our second guest. Don't go away.
Welcome back to the Minasdollz Talk Show. We're now joined by our second guest, Grace Ogda, personal life coach.
Hi.
So how are you today?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you, yeah.
So did you manage to find your way down easy?
Yes, it was a smooth ride, so that was good.
Where are you coming from today?
I'm coming from Kendley.
Okay.
So that's in Surrey.
So quite a drive.
Yes, it is, but it was smooth.
Good.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
You do look lovely today.
Thank you so much.
Very glam.
Thank you.
So on your website, you coach married women on starting their own business. Sometimes to achieve extraordinary results, you have to, give up some of your spare time or time with your family. So how does it work for women, who want to venture into business, who have a family at home?
I think we have to appreciate the power of women. We have to appreciate how diverse we are and tap into our power, the limitations we might place upon ourselves is, something that we pick up. There's no, I believe that there's no limitation. It takes a bit of creative thinking, and you might have to explore lots of options.
Okay.
But I do not believe that there's limitation. If you have a desire, there is a way to achieve that. It might take some help. And what I always say to women is we have to learn the power of collaboration. You can't do everything by yourself.
No.
You have to know what to say yes to, what to say no to, and what you're going to delegate. And when we learn that in life, you realize that the things you desire, you're able to achieve.
Okay.
So most of us we are carrying a lot of junk, or we are trying to actually be confined by what society says we must do. But we have to realize we are all individuals. So if you have a desire, you have to find a way. And
self-belief.
Yes, and self-belief. And also, I always say power of creative thinking. You have to think outside the box. How can I make this work?
Yeah.
So
different circumstances.
That's it.
Yeah.
Different circumstances. And we have to be flexible, Sometimes our mind is one way, but then think of different ways. Try some.
This does not limit them for the kind of work?
It doesn't limit them whatsoever. As I'm saying, we are living in a society where there's so much help out there, but some of us think we have to do everything by ourselves. Some of us think we can't reach out for help, but it's about community. If you have the right community around you, you can achieve anything.
So what personal experience can you share with our viewers on how you've overcome adversity in a male-dominated industry? Because obviously you've become a successful businesswoman. Business is, synonymous with being male-dominated.
I think I'll go back to come forward, but one of the things I'll say is I spoke about the power of collaboration. We are there to collaborate, not to compete. I think trying to compete is not the right way. And also your work speaks for itself. I think some of the times we're so focused about what other people are thinking or other people's opinions. But one of the things I always say to the women, mind your business, stay on your lane. And if you do that and you focus on your work, you find that it starts to speak for itself. So one of the things I'll say is, the challenges is sometimes there's a stereotype about who should do what, but then if you focus on your work and you're not really thinking about, I need to prove a point, it's not about proving a point, it's actually working your gift, letting your gift work for you, and that gift makes room for you. So it's focusing on those gifts and cultivating them and enhancing them so that people kind of think, oh, okay, her work speaks for itself, and you don't have to battle those stereotypes.
Which woman inspires you the most?
Well, it sounds like a cliche, but then I would say my beautiful mother inspires me. I lost her when I was 12.
Okay.
But
that's quite young.
Yes, but the foundations that she laid for me have guided me through life. One of the things that I would say that also that has helped me to parent my children is that she spoke to me. We had really deep conversations. She acknowledged me. We had fun. So I just remember those conversations. It was always about me understanding the essence of life. She shared stories with me, and I believe that's what carried me through life, because having lost her so young, but then I can see the mother I am to my children. And it's me projecting what my mother placed for me. And also she was very ambitious, very hardworking woman. And in her day, she was one of the top chefs in Africa.
Wow.
So, and it was a very male-dominated environment, but she managed to do it with grace. It wasn't about, she wasn't aggressive or competing. She did it with grace, and she was still feminine, and she was still a woman, and she still did it so amazingly, and she still commanded a team. Wow. So I think those things,
that echoes in your
yes,
life
I've
now.
carried it with me.
So also, I was going to ask you a quick one. The founder of Women Let's Rock, what's the inspiration behind the foundation, Women Let's Rock?
Well, Women Let's Rock is a platform that encourages women to live the best version of their lives. I always say that every woman can have it all. Whatever hats a woman desires to wear, because we wear many hats. So whatever you choose to wear, you can wear it beautifully and gracefully. And the thing is, with Women Let's Rock, it's being present in the marketplace and in the home, because sometimes we feel as women you need to sacrifice one for the other. You feel like, okay, if I'm going to pursue my career, my family has to suffer, or if I decide to stay at home, I can't do anything else. But then it's a platform to help us express ourselves both in the marketplace and in the home. So the message is, women, we can do it all. We can have it all. There's always this thing, no, we can't have it all. Whatever my all is different from what another woman's all is. But I believe that our desires and the things that God has placed in us, we can be able to achieve. You can't have a desire that you cannot achieve. So that is Women Let's Rock.
So does the Women Let's Rock cover all women, or you have a specific kind of woman you are?
No, it covers all women.
Okay, that's very good.
Yeah, it's a group of women. We are a community of around 900 women on Facebook. And we meet once a month, and we have fun, and we network, and we collaborate, and we share experiences, because sometimes when you see what one woman has gone through, and she has come the other side, it encourages you, you know, it inspires you. And some of the stories from the women who have come to the group, I've been inspired, and I'm charged up for the next month,
and
you
the
know.
networking element, obviously, you're saying there's 900 women. The networking element must be quite powerful, because you can make different contacts, you know, depending on different industries, or when industries merge, you can make contacts through that. So how can people find out more about the foundation?
We are on Facebook. So at the moment, it's a platform on Facebook. So just look for Women Let's Rock on Facebook. And then we meet once a month in London Bridge. We had our first meeting in Kenya a few weeks ago, and we are having our first one in Atlanta in June. So it's expanding.
That is really good.
It's expanding, and it's exciting to meet women who are excited about life. So you can find us on Facebook.
We're going to take a quick break. We're still with Grace, and Alex joined us back for some great debate. So do you think the independent woman phenomenon that is very current helps to create a better relationship, or do you think it stultifies it due to the decay of power once held by the male in the relationship?
Very interesting question. I have a problem with that word, the independent woman, because we are in relationships. We don't live independent of each other. It's interdependence. It's understanding. I think it's more of understanding each person's role. Because if you understand your role as a woman, and the man understands his role as a woman, as a man, then you find that they're able to walk side by side. It's walking side by side. But when we talk about independence, I think that's what the problem also comes when I work with women, because they feel they have to do things on their own. But when you're in a relationship, people have roles. And the only way we can work is teamwork. But if I have an approach of independence, it becomes very, very difficult. So I'm a bit kind of that independence thing.
Skeptical about the word.
Skeptical about it, because a woman has her role, a man has his role. There's things men do that women cannot do, and there's things women do that men cannot do.
So, Harek, did you agree?
Well, I totally agree. There are certain things that I cannot do, and you know, my wife can do. So, do I agree with that point of view? No. It really depends. If you're thinking about independent, as in my wife, for instance, is making her own decisions in terms of her career, that's totally fine with me. And this is the way, and this is how I perceive her independent decision making, if you like, you know. She can go after her dreams and goals in the same way as I can do it. Myself, obviously, we are interdependent, as you say, because we are a team. It's not like, you know, one-man band. But we are still a team working.
So in terms of decision making then, you know, in this interdependent relationship, how much do you have to, you know, allow your partner's say on before you actually just go ahead with what you want to do? Do you know what I mean? Where's the line between?
Well, I just look at it in terms of a business. If you have a partner, then you must discuss. You cannot make a decision independently. Exactly. So once when you come into a relationship, remember there's children coming in, there's assets coming in. Me deciding to do my own thing, husband deciding to do his own thing is going to bring problems. We have to realize we are a team. Football,
So you have to agree.
Yeah, you have to agree. It's not saying that somebody cannot have a voice or a say. It's important to have a voice.
And be equal.
But the thing is, it's important that let's come together, let's have a discussion. I will not make decisions independently.
Now we're going to bring in Megan, an American actress from Atlanta, Georgia. Let's hear what she's got to say. So Megan, you're an actress and producer. What do you prefer, to be in front of the camera or behind it?
That is a tough question. I love being in front of the camera, but the thing is I really don't think about it. I get on set and I live the moment. I enjoy it. I love to portray characters, take in what the writer has given me and is entrusted in me to pursue for them, and to see their dreams come true on the camera, you know, when you're watching it, or even the photo shoots. Often when you're wearing designer wear, if you can make the creator proud of their dreams and aspirations, even their passions, and your help facilitating that goodness, to me, that is everything, whether that's in front of the camera or behind the camera. It happens in all forms. Being behind the camera is amazing because there's so much that goes into just one film that people would never realize. And I think that is forgotten sometimes with actors or actresses. They're so focused on getting a part. Once they're on set, it's about memorizing and getting their emotions just right and perfect. And yet, you have the crew on the other end trying to make sure you stay in your spot, don't move, hey, your facial expression, say this and that. So there's just so much to learn, and if you can teach yourself, you know, the ins and outs, you'll be a well-rounded person in that status as far as filming and industry goes. I think that is at least how I'm pursuing it, and a way to look at things. So yes, I enjoy both, to answer your question.
You define yourself as an activist and a spokesperson within the industry. So what parts of the industry are you most passionate about?
So this is a big question for me, and I'll tell you why. It's because many women who I come across, they all have issues as far as getting ahead. It is a male-dominating industry. You hardly find women that are aspiring to be directors. It's intimidating. So when we have film directors that are women, they're very few and far in between. And the interesting thing about it is that it is really hard, I think, sometimes for us as females to get past ourselves to realize we can do it. And you don't need everyone's support all the time. You just got to be strong in knowing your dreams. So in this industry, I would have to say the biggest thing is confidence again. And also sometimes you can be selfish in your own confidence, is where you're dwelling so much on yourself and succeeding that you forget that everyone else is looking for that dream too. And support is huge. I'm a huge advocate for support in the filming industry, because it's not always going to be about me. If you can impact someone's life for good, then you're doing something. You're moving forward. You may not see instant results, and that's okay. And to me, if I can see someone else succeed, then I've succeeded.
So Megan, what attracts you to take part in the Instagram series Call Me?
Oh my goodness. When Eric had approached me about the project in December, it started off as just, hey, I have an idea, and what are your thoughts on this? And I instantly jumped on it. I thought it was tremendous, and I'll tell you why. Here in Atlanta, we are evolving, and it is an incredible opportunity to be in a situation where you're able to show off your town. So in Atlanta, there's so many different places, and the talent is just incredible. You will not, I mean, I'm gonna be biased and say you will not find as much anywhere else, but you really will, like New York City and LA and things like that, even in London and Paris. But my point is that we have established a unique style here in Atlanta. So when Eric approached me and he had told me how he would like to position the series, I thought it was great. One, it would also brings in a different style of watch for our viewers. Sometimes you don't have the time to sit there and watch a movie. So I know that it gets tough for me. I have to actually schedule sometimes to see things I want to see. And that's okay. So I thought that he had a great idea with this, and perhaps maybe it could be revolutionary for the entire industry of filming when it comes to web series.
So Megan, what insights can you give to the upcoming actors and actresses?
Believe in yourself. Sometimes the closest people to you can be discouraging and not even know it. You have to understand who you are as a person and where you want to go with this. Trust me, I used to be in corporate America in HR, human resources, operations, and I gotta tell you, when you have a dream that's just so out there and you want it so bad, but you don't know how to get there, sometimes you just wake up and you go, I got a plan and this is how I'm gonna do it. And you have to learn execution. And through that, you'll also learn how to present yourself, market, be smart about your work, know who to include, what not to include. You're gonna be able to pick up talent fast. Keep educating yourself, stay abreast of things, watch people, learn from others, and it's okay if you fail, but just don't stop making decisions. Don't let people discourage you from your dreams, because you have to, at the end of the day, protect it. And it's not about how hard life hits you. It's about how much hits you can take and keep moving forward, as Rocky Balboa said. And I probably didn't even quote that to be completely fair, 100% on cue. But my point is that he's right. And I have my days, my good days and bad, but I won't let it stop me. And regardless if it's acting, basketball, we need new blood. We need new inspiration for our children. So be that person. Make your mark. And it doesn't have to always be in front of the camera. You can be an inspiration at home or in your community.
Megan, what are your proudest moments in your career, but also your personal life so far?
Well, this is a very proud moment for me here. To be able to be on your show, Christina and Hannah, and thank you so much again for that. You know, I have to tell you, I don't compare opportunities against each other, because it limits its ability for its effect. At least in my mind it does. Everything that I do, I've always put 110%, I think is what they say, towards that accomplishment, towards that opportunity. And regardless of the outcome, to me, that is big. To be able to have another door open or a door shut, that's still direction. And I will not compare, I just can't, because there's so many smaller opportunities that I will receive. And the people that I end up working with, to me, are so talented, and they bring me sometimes more inspiration than some of the auditions that I go to. And I think it's the heart. I think it's the heart behind it. And I recognize that, and that's a value to me. So that, and then also on a personal note, because I don't really talk too much about my personal life, it's my daughter. She's an incredible little girl. She has helped she has helped raise me in some aspects. And you know, you never ever thought, you always hear this from every parent. It's like, I was one of those people that kids, yeah, not so much, not for me. And then I had my daughter, and even then I was still struggling with it, with the diapers and everything. But watching her learn from me and see her good attitude sometimes, and even her pitching of fits, you realize you're molding something.
Thank you, Megan. I'm really touched by your response. So, guys, do you agree with Megan's point of view?
Well, I think she has made some amazing comments there. And I do actually agree with her. I think just coming to the point of, you know, everyone has their own journey. There'll be positives and negatives. But as a woman, we have a message. And I think she's also just talking about the interdependence. I think I'll bring it in there.
So do I. 100%.
Oh, thanks for having me on the show.
It was great to see you guys. Thanks so much.
Okay, we're going for a short break. And when we come back, we're having Tess, our artist, UK finalist, is going to perform to end the show. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the Minasdollz Talk Show. We're now joined by Tess, UK-based London artist. Hi Tess, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you for joining us today.
How did you manage to find your way here, okay?
That was fine, not too bad, fantastic.
So, what genre of music do you produce, and how would you describe yourself and your style to our viewers?
I would say I'm versatile, and my music is like it's Afro pop. I do a bit of hip hop, I do a bit of grime, I do a bit of mixture. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
Weird kind of music.
Hybrid of everything.
Everything, mixture.
And what about your style? How would you describe your style?
What do you mean? Like, do you mean
like your personal style? Yeah.
People call me the coolest kid in the block, so like my style of music is kind of cool, and it's for the ladies, it's for everyone, for the kids. I've got so many music for the kids and for my dad as well, and for the ladies, and just to inspire people. And I've got some songs for obviously for the clubs as well. You need to have club tunes, man.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely,
dance tunes, man,
definitely.
Yeah.
So who inspired you in the industry?
I would say a lot of people. I would say Two-Face, I would say Wizkid, I would say Jay-Z, I would say Nas, I would say Kendrick Lamar, I would say Tiny Temper, so on.
Loads,
so who are you looking yourself to become, to look like in the industry? Who do you want to...
Who do you think you're most similar to, your type of your style of music?
Well, good question. I would say Wizkid, I would say a bit of Tiny Temper as well. It's a bit mixed, isn't it?
UK mixed with Afrobeat.
Mixed Afro kind of stuff. Like I've got an EP coming out soon, which is gonna be out in June, and it's all a mixture. I've got Afrobeat sound from Africa, Nigeria, and I've got Afrobeat sound of UK
as well.
And I've got R&B sounds. I've got hip hop sound. I've got what we call, trap music as well. Yeah. Yeah, mixed.
So. Your latest track, Minaj, is out now. Can you tell us a bit about what the song is about?
Yeah. That's a good one. I was in the studio working with my cousin and back at home in Nigeria, and I like Nicki Minaj, you know what I mean? And like we Africans, we're like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, we like the figure in it, so we call it figure 8, you know what I mean? So like that did inspire me. In the song, I'm like, you know what? Let me make music called Minaj, and hopefully, fingers crossed. If she hears it, cool. If she doesn't, cool. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it really.
Okay. So now we're going to play a little bit of one of Tess' songs.
Don't go anywhere. We're coming back after the break. We've got loads of questions for Tess. Stay tuned. See you soon.
Beats by Lord Gabriels.
Tess, come around to the floor. floor. She are making me to sing more. She don't want no ways to beat more. She are making me to sing up. Oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait. I am a leader. She wants another. Say she wants that. Say she needs that. Senorita wants that. No man dance with you. Lisa dance with you. Rashida dance with you. Maria dance with you. Make we dance with you. Angelina says she likes a view. Senorita says she loves a view. Aliyah, Angelina, Senorita, Mamacita, Abidat, Khadija, Maria. Dakushe wara 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 lelele. Dakushe la 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 lelele. Dakushe wara 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 lelele. Dakushe fele 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 lelele. Dance with you. Lisa dance with you. Rashida dance with you. Maria dance with you. Make we dance. When you can go, she feed us. Say you wanna dance like your dance. I've been looking like Abidas, looking at Fakas, Abidas. Say you feeling that somebody. I've been like she didn't want a body. Senorita wants a body. I can see the dance to daddy. Dance with you. Ha. Baby, 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 dance with you. Dance with you. Ha ha, mama. I did that. Dance with you. Dance with you.
Beat, back, Lot Gabriels.
Welcome back to the Minasdollz Show. Hope you enjoyed the song.
So where can people hear your music and find out more about what you're up to or what upcoming gigs and things you've got on?
You can just follow me on Instagram, official T3SD Taste, and I've got like live shows coming up soon in Africa, and fingers crossed in June as well. I've got some shows lined up in clubs in London as well. Cool. So yeah, you can follow me up on Instagram, and you can click the link of my SoundCloud on my bio. That's correct. And then you can just check me out.
Cool.
Listen to my new stuff.
So what future plans have you got? Any new songs? You working on any new?
Yeah, I'm working with one of my producers called Maurice and Lord Gabriels at the moment. I've got EP coming out in June. Okay. Hopefully June ending. I don't know date yet, depending on how fast and how hard I work. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's it really. Future EP coming out featuring some dope artists, like from the underground, not major big artists yet. You know what I mean?
Okay, upcoming artists.
Upcoming, yes.
Yeah, London based.
London based, Nigerian based.
Thanks for having me on the show. It was nice.
Likewise.
And look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thank you. So guys, that's us out of time, sadly. But join us for the next episode of the Minasdollz Talk Show. Until next time, bye for now.
Using what the enemy meant for bad and using it for good, and I don't want to portray something that people can't step in my footsteps for. Yeah. I very much believe in, self-love within. If you love yourself, people will love you for who you are.
So when I tap Afrobeat, I listen to old school Aquala, hip-hop, Baba Fela,
Show your children the right way, but don't force them. Let them come to that. Their own time. Yeah, let them come to that decision, because when they do, as for me now, there's no turning back because I was not forced to.
That makes you happy?
I think we should agree to disagree.
Yeah.